What an amazing, amazing thing you got going on here, huh?
Well, we are very proud of it, and I think that the reason why we have become so successful is because we have people like you to get the word out. Because I'm a marketing person. I studied marketing in school, and it's like with movies or with an idea or with sports. If you don't know how to market it, and if you don't let the people know that this is around, you have nothing.
Right?
You know,
no, exactly.
You have nothing. So that's why I'm a big believer in media. In radio, television, and newspapers, magazines, and now with the internet and all this technology we have available, to get the message out there, because this is all about one thing, and that is train hard, be in shape, but go and spread the good word and inspire other people to do exactly the same thing.
Well, look at you. You're inspiring. You're looking like you're in great shape again, man. Congratulations.
I always train. Every day I train. I ride my bicycle every day. I always work out with the weights every day. And now I have, of course, my sons, who one is 13 and one is 17, and they come now into the gym, and now they challenge me already. I mean, it's like wild.
But can
it's
they
like a lot of
challenge
fun.
you?
Yes, they're really extraordinary. I mean, this is my 7-year-old son Patrick. He's doing bench press with 275.
Come on!
And for me, this is hard to do. 270, with the shoulder injuries and with all this stuff. I mean, so it's really great to have those kids inspire you, because sometimes I wouldn't even go as high as he wants to, and he just keeps pushing and pushing and pushing.
Wow.
So I love it.
A new movie or politics? What stressed you out more that the gym was such a good release?
Well, first of all, let me tell you, it doesn't really matter what you do. You need to work out,
right?
Because it's a good kind of a balancing out. Because the only way you can feel good about yourself, I think, is if you get up in the morning and before you do anything else, before you even think, get on a life cycle or get on a bicycle or get in the weight room or do something, because it will make you feel good. The whole day will be different. The whole day you will feel like a winner. So this is why, if you're into politics, if you're making movies, or if you're traveling around and holding seminars, or you're giving speeches, or coming here to the Arnold's Classic, you got to work out first. This morning, I flew in here, got here at 5 in the morning from San Francisco, and I slept for 3 hours. I got up, and then I did immediately the life cycle for half an hour, and to really work up a sweat.
Does that make you feel lazy? Does it make you feel lazy that he got off the red eye and he already worked
You
out?
can't compare me to a machine like Schwarzenegger. He's the Terminator, for God's sake.
I am a machine.
Yeah, exactly. Hold on, I hate to put you on the spot, Arnold, but this is your thing, man, the Arnold Classic. Guys, round of applause. Arnold Schwarzenegger's here, man.
This the man.
Thank you very much.
How cool is this? Now, I got to ask you, I mean, it's a perfect opportunity because Rich always puts me on the spot. I'm a big Terminator fan. I'm a big who's not a Schwarzenegger fan? If you're not a Schwarzenegger fan, you know, friend of ours, right? And at home, I have a Terminator head, a replica, a chrome Terminator head, and the eyes light up and everything. And I'm so proud of it. When people come over, when women would come over, it'd be the first thing I show them. Check this out, you know? I got this.
That really turns them on. Very smart.
Well, yeah. So
oh, wow.
You
really know how to blow up someone's skirt.
Arnold, you should see my woman, okay? All right? We had a beautiful baby.
I can imagine.
She was
already
so impressed by this, let me tell you. And guys like Rich say, that is the tackiest thing ever. And I'm like, dude, this is awesome. So I got to know from Arnold, the Terminator head in my den, awesome or tacky?
Well, first of all, I think it's awesome.
Yeah.
But the way you have just now explained it, the way you're using it, is tacky.
Well, then not tacky.
I mean,
okay.
But I mean, look, I had in my office, in the governor's office, the Terminator, the whole statue, from the toes up to the head.
Yeah.
And with the gun holding out, and people will walk in, and I said, this is just a reminder that we are going to terminate all the problems within government.
Nice.
I was not successful terminating all the problems, but I was successful terminating a lot of the problems.
Yes, you did. Yes, you were. And Rich, why don't you tell him he's tacky then?
I would not say that.
Yeah, exactly.
I think in the office, he's
I
a
said
Terminator.
the
You're not.
presentation was tacky, not having the Terminator.
Hey.
Listen to me carefully.
You know what, Arnold? Again, just such a pleasure to have you on the Covino and Rich Show, and just a pleasure to be here. Thank you again. But speaking of memorabilia, I'm wondering, what else do you have at home? Do you have some of the stuff that was dear to your heart that you kept?
I have in my office, for instance, when you walk in, Mr. Freeze, exactly the way I was with the outfit and the way it lit up and all this. I have the Predator. I have the Terminator, the various different Terminator versions there. I have the alligator from Eraser. I have the airplane hanging on the ceiling from True Lies. I mean, I have memorabilia all over. And then when you turn around the corner past my desk, you will see a huge, huge wall of trophies. There's trophies from the top down, bodybuilding trophies, powerlifting trophies, weightlifting trophies, and then it gets lower where the movie trophies are and awards and stuff like that. And then even further down is the environmental awards and other things that I've done. So there's all kinds of things. People love coming to my office because it's kind of not an ordinary looking office.
It's a museum
kind of
of awesomeness.
You know,
That's great.
And I had an interesting life, as you know, with the bodybuilding career, then with the acting career, and then with the political career. So there's a lot of memorabilia to see, and people enjoy that.
That's great. That's cool, man.
Our producer Spot wanted to know if you remembered in the movie Twins, what's the third rule in a crisis situation?
Make a lot of money.
Duck, right?
No, it was Duck.
Duck. Do you remember all your old movies?
I remember a lot of them, but not all of them.
Not all of them?
No.
How cool. That's how
I
cool.
mean, I remember the movies, but not the lines and all the different scenes and all that.
You know what?
Someone told us the other day the kids from Kindergarten Cop are grown men now. It's amazing. You look amazing. You've done all these things. Is this like? Do you look around here and see everyone like looking at you like this is my body of work? I'm Arnold. This is the Arnold. You guys, you've inspired all these people in the world of fitness.
I would say that I'm proud when I look around. I'm very happy that we have such a huge following. I'm happy I have such a good partner with Jim Lorimer.
Jim Lorimer is such a cool guy.
Yeah, fantastic. Yeah. And I'm happy also that we have so many great volunteers. You cannot do a competition like this anywhere else in the world, I can guarantee you that, because the volunteerism that is here in this state, the way people jump into action, how proud they are. Not that Arnold is in town, but I mean that they have the biggest championship in the world in Columbus.
Right, exactly.
Because everyone in the world asks, why Columbus? And I always tell them, I said, if you go there, you would know why Columbus, because the people are unlike anything else.
I can't believe how many people come here.
That's why it's so hard to point the finger and say, this is America. Because there's such a difference between America, like Columbus, or when you go down south to Texas, or if you go to California, or when you go up north again to Washington State or something like that. I mean, the people are different. Great, everywhere great, but this is unique. Columbus, Ohio, or Ohio people are very, very unique.
You said it best. This is our first time. Such a scene, such an experience. Now, you're a guy who's done so much. When there's so much going on here at the Arnold Classic, what impresses you? What blows you away the most? Is it the strongman, like Derek Poundstone, the two-time champion who had a step down? I know you know Derek Poundstone. I mean, but is it the strongman competitions that blow you away? What freaks you out? What impresses Arnold Schwarzenegger the most?
Well, every one of those sports puts in the same amount of effort. So if it is a cheerleading girl
or ping pong,
that is 12 years old, that is practicing every day 5 hours, or if it is the world's strongest man, a competitor who practices hours and hours and hours, and even with going through injuries and the pain barrier and all of this kind of thing. I mean, that's all inspirational. And the whole idea of the Arnold Classic is to go and inspire young people. There is somewhere out there a young kid that is looking at him when he lifts, and they say, I want to be there one day. And you know something? They come back and they're there. As you remember with Lee Haney, who won the Arnold Classic and Mr. Olympia, he watched here at our auditorium, at the Veterans Auditorium. He was sitting way up there on the balcony, and he watched the competitors. It was way back in the early 80s. And then he came back, and he said, I'll be back. And he came back and he won Mr. Olympia and all of the World Championship competition. So we inspired him. So this is what this is about, all of them.
I know you got a lot of things to do, but I got to ask you, Arnold Schwarzenegger, what type of music do you listen to get you fired up when you're at the gym? What are you into nowadays? What did you used to be into?
Well, first of all, I always have loved country music ever since I came here.
No way.
So I listen to country music, but I also like classical music, which is my side from Austria. So I listen also to that. But then also I listen a lot of the 50s and 60s rock and roll music, because that reminds me of my childhood when I grew up and I had this kind of music. So it's kind of a mixture of things, but it depends on what mood I'm in. But we do have major conflicts, and that is when my kids come into my car, they want to listen to something entirely different than what I want to listen to. So it's always kind of, the hand is always on a dial and kind of like fighting over who is going to control what music we're going to listen to.
Can you imagine 8-Day Boss Arnold around? Can you imagine that?
Yeah.
Right?
Well, that's why you have to have Sirius XM. All the choices, Arnold.
Covino and Rich.